can you start a new pay-per-click campaign on Seller Central and explain how the keyword targeting works when you use manual targeting? Yes, we can. Let's go right here really quickly. So sharing our screen right here, we're doing a new campaign. I'm just going to do sponsored products. I'm just going to kind of like skip over all this kind of jazz. I think there's other videos about this, but you pick an ad group name, which is kind of like an ad set, ad group, same thing. You add your SKUs. Okay, I'll add that SKU. We're going to go down here to manual targeting, keyword targeting. So this is kind of like the main thing we're just going to focus on for, I guess, this question is how does the manual keyword targeting work? We've talked about this, and this is in the program as well, but just a quick recap. There's 3 different types of targeting matches. You have broad, phrase, and exact, and they all kind of target in different ways, right? So for the keyword, let's look at the keyword here, dog bandana. So the broad match of that keyword would target anything that like remotely relates to dog bandanas. It doesn't even have to have the word dog bandanas or the word dog. It could be like cat scarves or squirrel costume. Like I'm telling you, it is broad. It is like anything remotely close to the keyword could potentially be targeted there. So when it's broad match, it is very broad. So just keep that in mind. Now, Amazon usually will not go super far out there with like squirrel costumes, but it will target dog costumes. It will target cat costumes and dog hats, even though it's not a bandana, like stuff that's like in a similar realm. Okay. Keep that in mind if you're using broad match, that you could be spending money on those types of searches. Phrase match has to include the words. It can be in any order. It could also be pluralized. It can also have additional words, but it has to include those words. So if you target the phrase match of dog bandana, it would also add, like your advertisement would show up for bandanas for dogs, girl dog bandanas, dog bandanas for small dogs, bandanas for female dogs. Like, you see what I'm saying? It includes those 2 words somewhere in the search query. So that's what a phrase match is. And an exact match target means it's only showing your ad if someone types in that exact keyword or a misspelling or a pluralization. So if someone types in the word dog bandana, that's it. If they type in extra words, doesn't show up. Only for the word dog bandana or dog bandanas or dog's bandana or dog bandanas with 2 N's, like a misspelled word, that's when it will show up. But dog scarf, not going to show up. So like pop quiz, I guess. Just think about this in your head. If I targeted, or if a customer typed in dog bandana for small dogs, what type of targeting would you need to show your advertisement for that search term? Dog bandanas for small dogs. That would show up for potentially broad and phrase, but it would not show up for exact because it includes 4 small dogs. It has the 2 phrase words and it's a broad. If a customer typed in cat scarf, phrase match would not show it, exact would not show it, but broad could potentially show it. So that's how the 3 different targetings work. You'll notice that they have different bids, like different targeting types, broad, phrase, and exact. They have different type of buyer intent, right? Different conversion rates. So most of the time, and again, this just changes, but a lot of the time, exact match will usually be like your most expensive because it's the most targeted. It's the most targeted where someone is typing in that exact long tail keyword. They know exactly what they're looking to buy. So buyer intent's a lot higher. So it's going to be more expensive to advertise to those people. Whereas broad match is kind of the outlier because sometimes it can be cheaper, but sometimes it can actually be more expensive. For example, look at this one, dog. They could be looking for anything. They could be looking for dog food, dog bowls, dog beds, dog leashes, dog collars, like anything. So you can see the broad keyword is kind of a high price. And you might be thinking like, well, why the heck is it so high? Because, it's not super intent. It's not an exact match. It's not really strong buyer intent. Someone's just typing dog. Like, what the heck are they trying to find? The reason why sometimes keywords like this, the bid is really high, like the competition really high, that's what the high bid kind of means. There's a lot of competition on that keyword, is because it has a crazy high amount of search volume. That's like usually the number one indicator when you see like, why is dog $3.37? It's because it's probably getting 2 million searches a month on Amazon. So if you think about it, if you advertise, like, let's say you have like a funky product, like some funky dog toy that's for any type of dog, and it's crazy and it's never before seen. It's amazing. People love it. And you advertise, you're willing to spend $3.37 for that search term for anything related to dog. You're like, I want to show up. Someone's buying dog stuff. I want to show up. And so someone's searching for dog food or dog they type dog, but they're trying to find dog food, and your ad for your little toy shows up at the top of the page and you get a sale, like think about that. 2 million searches a month. And like, let's say you're profitable, like let's say at 337, like you have a good profit margin, you can be profitable there. You could sell hundreds of thousands of units. So that's why you might see high broad match, because like that's such a, like millions and millions of broad, terms and searches could come up and you could get sales potentially for whatever your product is. And so that's kind of why you might see some high bids sometimes. But I would never advertise for this unless or until you are just dominating your core keywords. Like if your core keywords are just crushing it and you're getting like crazy good sales from your core keywords, and you're like, okay, I've kind of maxed out, then maybe go ahead and advertise to dog and see what happens. But I would definitely not start with super broad keywords like that.